Welcome back, surf fans, to the Hawaiian Pro Round 4 Heat 5. We're getting into the thick of it. Ryan Callanan, Sebastian Zietz, Ezekiel Lau, Nathan Yeomans. 4 surfers hitting the lineup. He seems to wear kind of a little bit more emotions on his sleeve. Very serious competitor. Been training for this his whole life. He's got a shot, and he is up on the first wave of this heat. Ezekiel Lau with 2 big opening turns. Gets back onto the open face. Wow. Huge carving snap. And that is surfing being done by a guy who is hungry. Ezekiel Lau. He wants it. Nate Yeomans, another guy who has tasted glory on the World Championship Tour. He wants back on. That would be a huge fairy tale ending. Nate Yeomans' story. I mean, this heat to me right here is definitely the heat of the day when it comes to what's at stake.
You talk about ramifications. This is one of those heats that has ramifications for each and every single surfer as you watch Sebastian Zietz go nuts.
And they're all surfing like it. They're all surfing like they know exactly what's on the line. All 4 of these guys in this heat are going to be surfing like this is a final.
Yeah, no, and whew, that was crazy. I mean, I really loved Ezekiel Lau's wave. Let's take a look here at Nate Yeomans. He's on the left. A little different equipment than what he was riding earlier. He said that he has a board that he was going to whip out when it started to go a little left, and it looks like this is the board. Matt Biolis looking like that board is made out of that nice EPS, so it's epoxy, so he's got himself a little small wave ripper board, but look at this wave right here. Gouges the first turn from Ezekiel Lau, gets a nice critical section there, and then loads on that third turn. Even more, even to the inside, still giving it everything he has. This board's glued to his feet, gets the final section with some lip. And now Sebastian Zietz behind him as he looks excited into the lip. Those a little more vertical. Cracks the lip one more time. So judges got some work to figure out here where who got the best of those exchanges.
Well, this is live action right here. Nate Yeomans feeling like he's at home at lower trestles. Cutting left. Kind of faded back into a little low rotor. Ended up with a little vertical snap at the end. 19 minutes, 22 seconds ago, and here we have our first look at Ryan Callanan. A big heat for this young surfer from Australia, currently sitting at number 10 on the QS. Building speed down the line, waiting for one more opportunity. This left is very difficult to read. It closes in so fast.
I am going to be baffled because all of these surfers are putting it together so smooth from Ryan Callanan.
And they keep going. Sebastian Zietz now opting for the left. 2 big backside turns. Little vertical setup. Now he's gaining speed. Goes to the air. Sebastian Zietz can't come down with it. Judges are probably hoping, it's timeout, everybody. Let us catch up for a second.
The right from Sebastian Zietz. This is the look at the second wave here of Nate Yeomans. Glides up with that first section here. Nice round cutback. 2-stage there. Gets up there late, but able to pull it down for Nate Yeomans. And then Callanan. Actually able to get that first turn with a little bit of vertical face, which is rare for these lefts, especially on a sizable wave like this one. But look how smooth everything in transitions. He waits and then speeds up and able to connect with the lip. I like this wave from Ryan Callanan. Good start for him. This was going to be a great wave had Sebastian been able to pull off this last move here. He's setting it up. He thinks, oh, okay, I got some work done here. But that wave, again, moving away from him, the landing a little bit difficult.
Here's how it stands now. The scores are starting to come in, and they are big. Sebastian Zietz gets an 8-point ride for his first wave, a 4.6 to back that up. Biggest score yet goes to Ezekiel Lau. We knew that was going to be a big one, 8.33. Yep. Nate Yeomans with a 4.3 and a 3.83, and Ryan Callanan with a 5.67. There he is, Mick Lowe. A ripper, one of the best goofy footers ever.
Yeah, former champion of the Quicksilver Pro, one of the few goofy footers to ever win that event.
All right, here we go, 14 minutes to go, and it's not really a paddle battle, but just kind of a paddle decision. Yeomans, a nice kind of fade back, snap, and he's got some speed, but could not get back into the open face. The lefts having their way with Nate Yeomans. Here goes Ryan Callanan. There's setup turn to open it up. He's going to opt out think Ezekiel Lau was going right, but here we go. Sebastian Zietz trying to get rid of a 4.6 on his backhand. Sets it up, top turn. Now he's kind of stalling. Get back in that wider. Here's where you got to put the pedal to the metal. Bam. Nice backside vertical whip to finish off for Seabass. You saw, Pete, you said it earlier, a slow starting wave, and then it just races. So hard to read.
It really is. You know, but it's good for these guys to get a few heats under their belt and start reading what that pace of the wave is going to be. And we watch a split of the peak here. This is the other side, Ezekiel Lau. Look at this. Little tail whip 3. Wow. Reverses out and backing up that highest score of the heat so far, the 8.33, with another good score. So Ezekiel Lau looking very determined. And again, has a chance, you know, 40th in the rankings. And he could easily put himself in contention into Sunset Beach and put him above the cut line if he were to win here. But ultimately, I think he's just got to look at making each and every heat first. As we watch the replay now, Sebastian Zietz. You know, this wave does flatten out. He has to wait. Sets up the inside section. And this is where you try to find some speed somehow off of a wave that just doesn't give you the opportunity to pick up speed.
All right, with 12 minutes to go, Ezekiel Lau's second score comes in. It's a 6.17, launches him into the lead. I would say these 4 surfers in the water, they all want both. Here goes Ryan Callanan. His first big scoring wave was a 5.67, and now he is looking good. His backhand, solid, so strong through each and every turn, and he is still going. Bam. Nice little finish for Ryan Callanan. So that was about 5 really polished, good backside snaps for Callanan, and then right behind him, Nate Yeomans opting off the lefts, which have not been cooperating with him.
Well,
so with 9:45 to go.
Right there in that one. You'll watch the replay here, both Yeomans and Callanan on their backhands, putting themselves in contention here. This is a good size set wave for Yeomans. Nice first hook, sets up the next turn, and again, releasing the fin slightly. Carves it one more time. Gets up there vertical. Very powerful, you know.
That was a good
Not
wave.
a ton of variety, but it didn't matter because there was so much juice in those turns. And this is the replay of Callanan. So judges have to dissect these 2 waves, very similar. And I would say Callanan maybe a slight edge just because he was able to kind of mix it up a little bit more.
A little bit more critical in his turns as well. I like that those guys quit surfing those laps because they were not helping them out at all.
Oh.
The rights, on the other hand, are going to be huge. Ryan Callanan comes in an 8.83. Watch out.
Judges
Nate
saw it the others.
Yeomans, a 9.7.
Well, splitting hairs, that was a good point difference between those 2 waves, and they liked Nate Yeomans. So there you go.
Well, here goes Nate again. He's going back to the left. Going to try his hand one more time. Now you can see surfing with a little bit more confidence after hearing that score. Blast the tail out, little rail grab. Recovers nicely. So with 7.5 to go, this has become a super tight heat. We thought Sebastian Zietz
He's still in third, though.
In complete control. And he's going to paddle, and he is up, opting left. Will this be a 4.8? Nice vertical opening snap. He's got a good line to it. Still going down the line. Goes up and into the lip. And that could have been the fall that takes him out of this heat. He needed that last maneuver, and he knows exactly what just happened. Nate Yeomans goes down his 3rd turn.
But he also needed to push it, right? I mean, that was the momentum of the wave, right? It was like, okay, it was a little critical, then a lot more critical, and then that final one, if he had pulled that nice little tail waft, it would have been kind of like, you know what? Yes, we would give him the score. I mean, it is a smaller wave, but look at the line that it carries. So nice first turn, critical second turn, and then the final turn here, he wants to get those fins up and over, and it goes down.
Painful to watch. He just wanted him to make that turn. Okay, those first 2 turns were good. I'm not calling him out just yet. Here goes Nate Yeomans on the inside. And now it's all up to the judges. Sebastian Zietz, he needs a 6.51. This could be a crazy finish. Good opening vertical snap. Another big hook for Sebastian Zietz. If he can finish strong, he might be in this as well. Wow, Seabass goes down in his 3rd turn. Now here goes Ezekiel Lau. 2 vertical snaps out the back. It's hung up, back foot on his leash. Are you kidding me? Nate Yeomans score to drop. Is it better than a 4.8? 2 quick turns for the third turn, ending up in a fall. But the judges, they don't really react to those falls at the end. They really are focusing on those 2 turns. Were those 2 turns enough to get him that score? All right, and there it was. Nate Yeomans, the score comes in just under a heartbreaker, a 4.47. Pete Mello, that was on the edge. You hate to say it, but had he made that third turn, that had 6 written all over it. So hard ending for Nate Yeomans.